Welcome to another AI board video. In this video, we'll give you an in-depth tour of the graph sidebar. These are the tools available to you in the graph for editing and creating node codes inside the AI Pro. But before we do that, if you have seen our previous videos, then you may have noticed some new features and upgrades to the game. We shall point these out to you as we go through this video. The first of which is a new achievements section where you can track all of your achievements as you progress through the game. So do take a look and explore this. So as usual, to get to the graph, we will need to access AI Pro by clicking on it from the main menu. And then for this video, we will go into Epicurus, and the environment we will use is template. The positions of the menu bar and menu headers have been swapped, with the menu headers now at the bottom of the screen, whilst the menu bars are now located just above the menu headers. But of course, for this video, our attention is on the sidebars, the first of which we're now going to look at is the right sidebar. The right sidebar is the vertical menu to the right of the graph. All of its side buttons scroll with it. It can be toggled on or off by clicking on the graph title. It houses the buttons for changing the graph modes. There are two types of buttons on the sidebar. Those which toggle the graph modes, like the Connect side button and the Move side button, and those which simply perform certain actions such as the Edit side button and the Paste side button. This will become more apparent as we go through each sidebar button. The hand side button is the first of the right sidebar buttons. This button toggles between the move mode and the read-only mode. The move mode is denoted by the hand, while the read-only mode is denoted by the crossed-out hand. Move is the default graph mode. While in the move mode, you can drag the node or the graph. While in read-only, you can only drag the graph. The Connect side button toggles between the Connect mode and the Move mode. Whilst in the Connect mode, nodes can be disconnected and connected. This is the only mode in which these two actions can be done. The Connect mode is one of two modes in which new nodes can be dragged into the graph from the graph menu. The Edit side button toggles between the Edit mode and the Move mode. This enables the player to change the value of the basic data types. For example, you can edit the value of certain nodes such as a boolean, or the characters in certain types of nodes, such as a string, you can also edit the number of output cons of certain types of nodes, such as the AND node. Aside from the connect mode, the edit mode is the only other mode in which new nodes can be dragged in onto the graph from the graph menu bar, as already demonstrated. The fold inside button toggles between the fold-in mode and the move mode. Whilst in the fold-in mode, certain nodes can be folded into or unfolded from other nodes that they are connected to. The drag side button activates the drag mode when selected. In the drag mode, a drag icon appears on the graph. This allows the player to select one node or multiple nodes, or even all of the nodes currently displayed on the graph. Furthermore, the selected nodes can be dragged around together. Tapping on the drag side button deactivates the drag mode, which in turn automatically deselects all of the previously selected nodes. This mode also activates the left side bar. There is one other mode that activates the left side bar, and that is the copy mode, which we will cover shortly. However, now is a good time to explore the left side bar in more detail. The left sidebar has 10 side buttons. These buttons are an extension to the drag mode or the copy mode. Therefore, the functionalities apply equally to both the drag and copy modes. But for the purposes of this video, we will use the drag mode to demonstrate the functionality of the left side buttons. It is important to also note, however, that the left sidebar is only available as part of the Easy Pack. You can purchase the Easy Pack by exiting the graph and then from the AI Bots page, select the Buy button and then click on Packs, and then you can purchase the pack from here. Now let's go back to the graph. The buttons on the left sidebar allows for the selection, deselection and dragging of multiple nodes on the graph, depending on which buttons on the left sidebar are used. We shall now go through each of these buttons to work out what each can do. The single node select button is the first button in the left sidebar. As the name suggests, it allows you to select or deselect one node at a time. The drag all button is the second button in the left sidebar. By selecting this mode, all of the nodes in the graph will automatically be selected. This then allows you to perform other functions on all of your nodes simultaneously, such as dragging them to your desired position on the graph. This is particularly useful when working with large code. The drag none button is the third button in the left sidebar. By selecting this mode, it automatically deselects all nodes that have previously been selected. The select rightward button is the fourth button in the left sidebar. By selecting this mode, it allows you to select all connected nodes to the right of your chosen node. You may have noticed that the comment nodes are not selected because they are not connectable nodes. So if you wish to drag those, then you will need to select those separately. The Deselect rightward button is the fifth button in the left sidebar. By contrast to the Select rightward button, this allows you to automatically deselect all connected nodes to the right of your chosen node. Unconnected nodes will not be deselected and will have to be separately deselected. The Select Leftward button is the sixth button in the left sidebar. Similar to the Deselect rightward mode, by selecting this mode, this allows you to automatically select all connected nodes to the left of your chosen node. Unconnected nodes will not be selected and will have to be selected separately. The Deselect Leftward button is the seventh button in the left sidebar. By contrast to the Select rightward mode, this allows you to automatically deselect all nodes to the left of your chosen node. Unconnected nodes will not be deselected and will have to be separately deselected. Unlike the other left side buttons, the last three nodes in the left sidebar are only available in the drag mode and therefore cannot be used in the copy mode. Whilst in the drag selected mode, you can drag all selected nodes to a specific point on the graph by simply long pressing on the desired location on the graph. Whilst in the horizontal drag mode, you can drag all selected nodes horizontally only, thereby keeping the nodes in the same horizontal path whilst being dragged. Whilst in vertical drag mode, you can drag all selected nodes vertically only, thereby keeping the nodes in the same vertical path whilst being dragged. Like the drag side button, the copy side button also activates the left sidebar. All of the left sidebar buttons work in the copy mode with the exception of the last three buttons, which only work in the drag mode. By tapping on the copy side button, it toggles between the copy mode and the move mode. It has the camera icon. Items marked for copy will be tagged with the camera icon. The copy mode works hand in hand with the paste side button. Whatever you tag with the copy icon will be duplicated when you tap on the paste side button. This will instantly create the duplicate of all items previously tagged with the copy icon. You then get two icons appear beside the last selected nodes. First you see a drag icon, and next to it you see a paste icon. You can use the drag icon to drag the duplicated nodes to your desired location. When you're happy with the location of the duplicated nodes, simply tap on the paste icon next to the drag icon and they will be pasted to the desired spot on the graph. The X align button helps align one node vertically to the first selected node. Once the align node is activated, simply select the node that you want to align to, then select the node that you want to align. It works best with similarly shaped nodes. The Y align button helps align one node horizontally to the first selected node. Once the Y align node is activated, simply select the node that you want to align to, then select the node that you want to align. It works best with similarly shaped nodes. So far in this video we have covered the first half of the right sidebar buttons as well as the left sidebar and its buttons. In the next video we will cover the lower half of the right sidebar buttons. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful and informative, then please leave us a comment and let us know what topics you would like us to cover. If you're new to this channel, then please subscribe so that you can get notified of future videos. If you don't have the game, it's available to download on Google Play. And for Apple users, it is available in the App Store. Please also ensure that you have the most up-to-date version, as the Apple is updated periodically with new features and bug fixes.